Hello, welcome to another video. It's currently about 9 o'clock at night, so I haven't bothered with makeup or anything. I'm kind of relaxing for the evening now. So thank you for joining me with this video, and let's get on with it. Okay, so in this video what I'd like to talk about is beginning the process of transitioning and what that involves, how to start it all off, and where to go for the people that are just beginning and they don't really know much more than they are transgender, or even just questioning whether they are. So where do you go from there? How do you move forward? What's the process? Well, generally speaking, the process is pretty simple, but it's not one set path. There is no one true way to be transgender. We're all different, we all have different experiences, and we all deal with life in a completely different way. So it's all down to what suits you the best. And for many people, they never want nor need medical intervention. But for those that do, then the process becomes a bit more involved. So one of the first steps, aside from coming out to friends and family, is visiting your GP. And the reason for you visiting your GP is they can refer you to a gender identity clinic, or a GIC. And what they do is pretty simple. They're doctors that specialise in gender identity. So they see people with gender identity issues all day, every day, and they know how to deal with it. And they can get the ball rolling on transition. And there's two medical processes that they can use for transition. There's HRT, a puberty blocker, and what that'll do is it'll slow down your process into puberty and effectively pause it, so that you've got the time between then and the age of 16 to work out if transition is for you, and if it is, you can then go on to the hormones of your gender, and if not, you can come off the puberty blocker and your puberty will start back up where it was before you started taking it, so you just end up with a late puberty. There are those that believe there may be side effects to this, but so far all medical evidence is showing there's very little side effects to this process, and it is more helpful than it is harmful. So in the case of a child, this would be the process, and again, this would be dealt with by a gender identity clinic. So that's really going to be your first protocol on where to go. As for any type of support and help other than the gender identity clinic in Wales and in the UK in general, there are other options. There's LGBT Cymru for Wales, which is a support line and can offer a lot of help. There's also Stonewall, which is another LGBT support network that can be contacted, and there are others. I will link all of those down in the description below, so you can check out those and get any information you might want from them. And if you like this video, hit like. If you disliked it, that button's there too. And be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be there for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. And there's GRS. So what do they mean? HRT is hormone replacement therapy, and what that is they prevent your body from producing the hormone you currently produce, and instead replace it with that of your true identity. So if you're a male to female, they'd stop the process of your body creating testosterone and give you estrogen instead, so that you can transition to a female with regular female estrogen levels. For a female to male, they do the opposite. They stop the estrogen and provide you with testosterone. So that will allow your body to physically change. The ways in which it change will depend on which hormone is involved, and it also differs from person to person. For estrogen, you're going to find your skin becoming softer, you'll develop breasts, the makeup of your body will change, the displacement of fat will move to other sections to give you more of a feminine figure. With testosterone, you're going to find your muscle mass increasing, you're going to find facial hair growth, and possibly even your voice deepening. So these are the initial starting points of your transition. After that is the GRS, the Gender Reassignment Surgery, and that is where the doctors at the moment, Charing Cross Hospital in London, will change your genitals. Again, this is down to the individual. Not everyone has GRS, not everyone wants to, but for those that do, that's where it's currently done. Although they are looking at having hospitals in other countries to do that as well. I know they're planning on bringing one to Wales, but I don't know exactly when or where. But that would be your process from pretty much start to finish. But there are a few things to know as you go through. One of the major things to note is when you first get your referral to the gender identity clinic, there's going to be a couple of things that they're going to want to see before they will prescribe HRT, and they're milestones that every transgender person in the UK has to face. Those are a year of RLE, which is real life experience, so living your life in the gender you feel you are, going out in that gender expression, using those gender pronouns, using that gender name. They also won't allow you to transition if you're a smoker. The reason for this is because the hormone replacement therapy can increase the risks of heart attack, and so can smoking. So if you're doing both at the same time, that incredibly increases the risks of a heart attack. So they're trying to prevent that at all costs. The other one is your weight, and that's more to do with gender reassignment surgery than hormone replacement therapy. The reason being, both smoking and obesity can create problems when under general anaesthetic, which you will be under for gender reassignment surgery, because it's a very long process. It's one of the most extensive surgeries that they do, so you're under general anaesthetic for a very long time. So having those high risks, it becomes dangerous. So they're really just looking to minimise those. So before you attend the GIC, if you want to speed up the process, already having lived a year to 2 years in RLE will help. Name changes and pronoun changes also helps. Having a job, because that's another thing that they like to see, because it's a way that they can affirm that you are actually doing your RLE and that you're not just saying you are. And the stopping the smoking, and if you have weight issues, trying to trim that down can all speed the process up so that you can move through your transition a bit faster. The only time that any of this would change is in the instance that the person is under 16 years old. For minors, there are options. They won't prescribe hormone therapy for obvious reasons. It wouldn't be ideal, it wouldn't be sane, it would go against all medical proceedings, so they won't do that. And they obviously wouldn't do gender reassignment surgery either. But what they can do is they can prescribe a puberty blocker, and what that'll do is it'll slow down your process into puberty and effectively pause it, so that you've got the time between then and the age of 16 to work out if transition is for you, and if it is, you can then go on to the hormones of your gender, and if not, you can come off the puberty blocker and your puberty will start back up where it was before you started taking it, so you just end up with a late puberty. There are those that believe there may be side effects to this, but so far all medical evidence is showing there's very little side effects to this process, and it is more helpful than it is harmful. So in the case of a child, this would be the process, and again this would be dealt with by a gender identity clinic. So that's really going to be your first protocol on where to go. As for any type of support and help other than the gender identity clinic in Wales and in the UK in general, there are other options. There's LGBT Cymru for Wales, which is a support line and can offer a lot of help. There's also Stonewall, which is another LGBT support network that can be contacted, and there are others. I will link all of those down in the description below, so you can check out those and get any information you might want from them. And if you like this video, hit like. If you disliked it, that button's there too. And be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you'll be there for my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.